Hi friends, this is Brian with the Kentucky Woodsman. It's been pretty cold here this week here in Kentucky, and I've got the wood burning stove going. It's nice and warm, so I thought, I'm finished with my work here for today. I would go ahead and cook up some lunch, and why not cook it up on the wood burning stove? So I'm going to go ahead and cook up some deer tenderloin from one of the does I shot earlier this year, and I want you to join me. So stick with me here on the Kentucky Woodsman. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do is open her up here and stir up a few of these coals. Yeah, we got plenty of them. See them glowing right in there? And so what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and cook us up a potato. There we go. And we'll just nestle that right in there real nice, and then we'll flip it in just a little bit. Okay, I like green beans pretty good, so we'll go ahead and fix up a can of these and open it up here on the can opener. Alright, I like butter in my green beans too, so put a few things of butter in there. It just makes them up delicious there. Oh man. Set them babies to the side and let them cook. Now let's get on with our steak here. Man, some onions, Lord have mercy. So we'll just brown up these onions here a little bit until they're just getting a little bit transparent on us. You know, cooking on these stoves too, you're going to have some spots that are a little bit hotter, so this one's right up in this edge right up here a little hotter, so I'm just going to pile them all up in that edge a little bit there. And let's give you a close-up on it here. That stuff's too good. Oh, you ought to smell it too. Got me some hot tea brewing, a little bit of green beans, some onions caramelizing, and we got us a nice baked potato cooking. I think it's going to be a nice cold day. Then what we want to do is I've got some tenderloin off a young doe that I shot. I got a video on that if you want to take a look at it. But just lay some of that tenderloin down in there. You ain't never had deer tenderloin, Lord have mercy, you need to go out and do a little bit of hunting, because you're missing out. Just melts in your mouth, folks. Now what I usually do is I'll cook it a little on one side, just enough to sear it. That keeps all the deliciousness inside there. And then I flip it. Let the other side have at it. Oh yeah. You know, let it be cold out there. Got all my firewood cut. Got my deer in the freezer. Got everything set to go, so just gonna enjoy. Time to flip it. We're getting there, folks. We are getting there. Boy, I tell you what, this is nice here. You know, something nice to do when it's all freezing cold out and you got your stuff all done is to read a little bit. And I had a dear friend of mine who gave me this book. It's called On Your Own in the Wilderness, and it's by Colonel Townsend Welland. And I've been reading a little bit about that, and he talks about all the different ways that you can go out and you know, whether you want a guide service or you want to do it on your own, and the different camping methods and tents and you name it. But this guy explains it in a way that, boy, it really makes you want to be there right along with him. So I'm just enjoying myself to pieces. I've just sat down and started reading this and got about probably a quarter of it read, but tried a little bit each evening. I'll turn my lamp on and maybe read a little bit, and get you a book like by Kephart or Sears or, you know, someone like this gentleman here. I'll show it to you a little closer. But this was an old one that my friend gave me, and that's, if you want to look it up on eBay or Amazon, that's the name of it. But boy, excellent book. Been having a great time reading that one. And sometimes it's so cold out there that you know, we hit a high of 14 the other day, that you really can't get out that much, but you know, it's nice to be able to sit down and read and relax a little bit if you can. Okay, let's flip this over. It's just about ready. I like mine well done, or at least medium well. And I tell you what, with this tenderloin, you could literally cut it with a fork. That's how tender it is. Looks like we're done. You can smell my potato, it's done too, so we'll go ahead and pull this all together here. Oh man, look at that. Wish you were here to join me. You know, getting out there is such a great time, but I tell you what, when you kind of get a double reward when you get back, you get to eat it. So this dough was just the most tender dough. Put a little bit of onions on there. My goodness. Get a little bit of green beans here. Butter melted all over them. Lord of mercy. Okay, I had to add a little bit of fuel to this because it started getting a little cooler. So I moved our potato up front right here. Oh my goodness, it's going to be good. I already smell it. Nice smoky smell to it. Goodness sakes, let's cut into it here and see what it looks like. Get a little butter on this baby. Oh goodness. And a little salt and pepper. And I tell you what I usually do is I'll close it back up and let all that butter melt all over everything. Let me show it to you one more time. Well, I tell you what, these onions, they're just so caramelized and delicious. Little piece of steak right there. My goodness, that's good. Well, folks, that's what it's about. Get out there in the woods and just enjoy yourself to pieces and test your hunting skills. And when you're successful, why, you get to come back and enjoy it. So thank you for joining me here on the Kentucky Woodsman. I'm going to go ahead and dig in, and looks like my potato. Oh yeah, it's all set, man. But I'm going to sit here and enjoy my food, and thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the Kentucky Woodsman. God bless y'all. Wow. I am glad I'm a hunter. Thank you, Lord, for bringing me a deer.